And we are back. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. It is the final closed qualifier for DreamHack Masters Fall 2021. I'm, of course, your host, ZvP, and with me, as always, for Latino America, it's lovely, it's the beautiful. Welcome, Duckling.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Light. Hello, chat. Light. My body is ready, but my heart is not.
My body is not ready. Oh god. Mates, mate, this is it. This is what it all comes down to. We got 8 players, and 4 of them, mate, they're gone. That's it.
That's it. And mate, what a game we have to start, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, as people can imagine, we are going to try and follow our Duckling himself. Oh god, as we are getting ready. Love it, Pacomike, making sure we can quack. But yeah, man, I'm torn. I'm so torn. Like, I don't know if you saw our Discord before we went live. Fernando was in the chat and he was like, "Oh my god, Funada, the ESL manager, the ESL admin who made this happen."
I mean, mate, this happened. I believe it is based on EPT points or something like that. So look, what can you do? What can you do?
Right. Feels bad, man, but here we are diving into our very first series of the day.
Yes, welcome everyone. First map of the day, first series of the day, first player of the day. This player here, the Mexican Protoss player from Alpha X. This is Pacomike.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Romanticide ALE, we have the Peruvian Zerg player representing the CranKy Ducklings. We have the Street Fighter himself. It is Ryu. Ay.
Yeah, Light, aren't you excited?
I'm excited.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't this the last qualifier cast that you have?
Yes. This is the final closed qualifier period out of all the regions.
Like you can finally rest a full day.
Kappa, mate, Kappa. After this, I'm gonna head straight to editing VODs. I'm gonna do what I can and then just pass out for an entire day. It's gonna be amazing. But yeah, I'm nervous because for the people that are watching right now who maybe didn't watch some of the other regions, I feel like there's a lot riding on Ryu right now because, you know, Pacomike, he qualified in the NA qualifier. Starduck qualified in Oceania as well yesterday. That was insane.
Yes,
mate.
I saw it, mate. He beat Micah.
He didn't just beat Mike. He beat Zane as well, who was like one of the favorites coming from the UK. Like, it was insane. So like both of them have made it. Eric, obviously, he's already seeded in later on. Like now, like Ryu he's the only one left, mate. Can we go for the triple crown? That's what I'm waiting for.
I mean, quadruple crown because, mate, you already have Eric in the main event. So, by the way, Light, may I make a comment?
Go for it.
Fossurs in the chat says a good point. Why am I Yaku?
Oh, I will fix that. Look.
Like, mate, what did I do to you to become Yaku? Why must you hurt me so much?
Look, I may have woken up less than an hour ago, and I had a quick shower. I got ready. I cleaned my room. Things did not go well. So maybe there are a couple of things that are like falling apart at the seams, but it's okay. I fixed you for when we get out of the scene. It's all good. I got you.
Thank you. So yeah. Anyhow, mate, coming back to this game, Pacomike doing what just Pacomike thinks he's doing for the standard Stargate opening now in PvC, mate. The question is, how ham is he going to go into bot race? And more importantly, how fast is he going to enter carriers?
That's a good question. Fun fact, we were actually casting the Taiwan-Hong Kong closed qualifiers, and B-Stork, I don't know if you're familiar with him, he's a massive fan of Pacomike, and he also...
Wait, really?
Kappa. He also went 2 base carrier during that qualifier as well.
He lost.
Oh yeah, he lost. Oh yeah. Oh god, these goddamn Protoss players, mate.
He may have been too much of a fan of Pacomike.
Exactly. You cannot imitate Pacomike, okay? There's something unique about him, and so far so good. Ryu does dive in with his Overlord, does confirm the Stargate opener. Also, just talking a little bit about the map that we're on, because again, a lot just happened. This is a best of 3. We did land on Romanticide. This is something that I'm always critical of Ryu for, but like, maybe I shouldn't be. It's like, mate, he keeps playing against Pacomike on Romanticide, and he keeps going late game against Skytos. It's like, mate, it's like a 50-50, you know? Like, Ryu, he loves going for it, but like, oh god. Like,
to be honest, mate, if you're playing Pacomike and you're a set player, it's already very hard with the betas that you have to do, because you obviously have to veto Beckett Industries, and you obviously have to veto either Jagannatha or Blackburn, mate. So it seems like Romanticide is the lesser of the evils, mate.
It's the lesser of the evils, but it's what Pacomike wants the most. Let's be real. Like, I was talking to Yaku about this a lot. Like, this is the map to go Skytos on. This is why we see double Stargate. This is why we see +1 air attack. Like, again, it's so easy to get 3 bases. It's relatively easy to get 4 bases as well as a Protoss and turtle up and get a good enough economy to max out on carriers. And Ryu, he's like, you know what? I know this is what you're going to go for. I'm going to stop you anyway. And we'll see how he does it.
Yeah, we'll see how he does. If you have all your faith in your Voidmate, and so far it's a very standard game, mate. There have been very few action. Like, I've already tried to come in, the couple of drones lost with those adepts, but nothing major really. Like, both players are just macroing up, getting to their favorite tech, and just go. This game, mate, is going for the long haul.
Yeah, especially because, like, even though we have a lair that's about to finish up, Queen production was kind of delayed, which was interesting to me. I was like, huh, okay, so Queen production is resuming, but there we go. Very interesting. We have +1 melee being thrown down.
+1 melee attack. Is that Roach Speed? Yeah, that's Roach Speed. So what are we gonna see today? Like, this is going to be Roach Hydra Link.
I would be surprised if we saw Hydrogen, I'll be honest. We'll see, because again, normally we see like a +1 range for like a timing attack with Queens and Roaches, but it looks like that's not what Ryu wants to go for. Meanwhile, there's some Void Rays here trying to deny the base. Ooh, the Queen just barely survives.
Yeah, nice run on the Adept. Both Adept got sniped, but the Void Rays survived, maybe, and now they're flying straight into a natural base. There's only 2 Queens here. Nice transfuse. He didn't save the Queen. And the second one is about to fall as well, mate.
Oh my god.
Pacomike starting to snowball.
Yeah, and this is what I was worried about, because again, Ryu, he himself stopped Queen production. Like, that was a thing that he decided to do, and now the Queens are starting to fall.
Yeah, mate, 5 Queens down already. Finally, the first Void Ray dies, but mate, there's only 2 Queens left.
Oh, exactly, but he forces Pacomike to fight within Spore range. Another Void Ray falls, and Ryu, he defends.
Yeah, he defends, but the question is was it a good enough defense? I think the cost was very high, mate. He lost all Queens but 1.
He did. Thankfully, he was able to keep his 4th alive, which I think is really what he wanted. What's interesting, again, about what we're seeing is that we see an infestation pit. So again, I'm honestly a little bit confused as to what Ryu's doing. If you remember, it was on Romanticide. We have seen Ryu go infest Swarm Host before against Protoss and die horribly, but after getting the infestation pit, he throws out a Spire. So
yeah, Spire, Infestor, plus 2 melee attack. Like, mate, I feel that, as we say here in Mexico, man, Ryu is going to Tifruti.
It's kind of interesting, right? Like, he's going for a bunch of stuff. Meanwhile, there's a Zealot run by. Thankfully for Ryu, it right clicks on the hatchery, so it will give Ryu time to respond. He doesn't lose too many drones. I think maybe 1, if that.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to eliminate his drone, but he lost a Queen. He's about to lose a second. Okay, nice micro by Ryu. Yeah, annoying, but nothing critical. No, he lost the second Queen, mate, and now that there are 2 less queens in the map, mate. Pacomike is going down.
Yeah, and meanwhile, here come the Void Rays. Thankfully, there's a spawn on the way. It's gonna buy a little bit of time. Oh, the spawning pool is exposed. The spawning pool will go down. The queens respawn, so not too much more damage is dealt. Oh, gets a Void Ray up. Nice.
One Void Ray dies, but I don't know, mate. Pacomike, I think, has been doing a good job with those Void Rays, mate. And the first carrier is on the map now.
Oh yeah, the carriers are coming out. And again, this is what we expect from someone like Pacomike. I'm still trying to piece together what Ryu's doing, by the way. Like, he has a lot of infestors, but he didn't research Neural. So he's not planning to take control of the carriers. He has these for fungals. That's kind of it. He is working on corruptors. There's a second Spire for double up. Oh, third Spire.
Look, mate, you obviously want 2 for the upgrades and then 1 for making a great Spire.
True. I mean, the hive is nicely lined up for them. You know, it's gonna be ready. But I just want to kind of sit back and watch. I'm like, what is happening right now? Like, especially because he's still committing to the melee upgrades. I guess for the Broodlords, questions for the Broodlings? Question mark. Was Ryu really thinking that far ahead?
I don't know, mate. This is a weird game, mate. This is a weird game.
It is.
Like, it is a weird game, and we're moving now into a lot of corruptor settling, while Pacomike has Void Ray carrier with a lot of Rumbai of Zealots. Like, that's not a PvC that you see very often.
And Pacomike, he's not neglecting his ground army. What I mean by that is specifically he's getting the High Templar with Storm. They're going to be there available to just storm those corruptors or anything on the ground, to feed back the Vipers as well. So he's not just relying on pure carrier, which we have seen that composition from time to time. We even have Flux Veins on the way. So again, Pacomike, he's like nicely rounded out. Ryu, he's also lacking a little bit of creep threat here towards the north. This base, I don't know if he's going to be able to hold on to it. He is getting a lot of corruptors. Which is what I will say, and maybe he can try and snipe some carriers, but mate, that's a lot of carriers.
That's a lot of carriers. Pacomike currently has 6 carriers plus the Void Rays here. This is a lot of DPS, and look, there's a lot of corruptors. I'm not sure if this is going to be enough, especially because, mate, the Void Rays are just going to melt those corruptors very easily. But oh my god, here come the Vipers, mate. Nice. What is it called? The parasite something?
Nice fungals and parasitic bombs on the arm. He does force Pacomike back, and this is the power of what Ryu has, right? He has both forms of spellcasters. He has the way to just lock down the army and to just shut it down with power bombs. Obviously, like, it works great the first time because this was Pacomike seeing it for the first time. Now I'm sure he's gonna babysit a little bit better with those High Templar we saw earlier. I say, where are the... Okay, never mind, they're down here. But now he knows.
There we go, mate. Ryu finally doing some damage of his own. A nice Rumbai of Roaches coming here to the third base of Pacomike. They're gonna kill just a few drones, nothing much, but Pacomike is not very interested in the Roaches. He's moving out.
Yeah, and I'm really concerned because Ryu doesn't have much of a ground army. He's relying a lot on this Corruptor Viper, and that does nothing against these Chargers and these High Templar, mate.
Well, mate, Ultralis Cavern is almost done, so now we know where the melee attack are going on.
Yeah, it is on the way, but it's not ready yet. All the links go down. The Zealots are gonna go ham here. This base, Ryu knows he cannot hold it. And this force right here, it's not gonna be the Skytoss, mate. It's Zealot, like, High Templar that's gonna end it, mate.
I mean, it's everything, mate. It's everything. Like, one big army on one side, another big army on the other. The air army of Pacomike finally seems that it's going to start to go down.
Oh yeah, it's gonna all be clean. Again, this is the thing. Ryu, he can deal with this easily, but it's the Zealots that he's really struggling with. Like, we do see a couple of fungals being thrown down. He's trying to slow down this army. Ultras are on the way. It looks like these Zealots will be dealt with. Thankfully, these High Templar weren't with the main army. Focus on the hatchery instead.
Storm of the Broodlings. That is something you don't see every day.
It's true. I mean, they would have killed a High Templar, to be fair.
But yeah, finally, the first ultras are coming up, but there's an Immortal, mate. Immortals plus High Templar does a lot of damage for that poor Ultralis, and mate, both players are plummeting in supply. But I think Pacomike is better off than Ryu. Just look at the bank that these two players have.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like GG gets cold and Pacomike takes game number 1. And it's one of those things where Ryu honestly had like almost the perfect army against Skytos. As we saw, Pacomike Skytos just like fell on its face. But he did neglect his ground army, and mate, all it took was a handful of zealots, and the bases were dying, mate. Oof.
Yeah, that was I will say a messy game by Ryu. I never saw like a direction for him. He was like all over the place, and because he was all over the place, he was like not strong in one particular instance, and Pacomike just make one strong push and death.
Kind of. I mean, I will still stand by, like, again, he had what he needed against Skytos. I think he was just, you know, he was assuming that Pacomike was going full Skytos and didn't have Immortals and High Templar and Archons and Chargelots. So yeah, that's where his army really lacked in the end. Oof. And with that, Pacomike takes the lead in the series.
Yeah, GG. One out on Pacomike. Remember, people, this is a best of 3. So only one more game that Pacomike needs to advance to the next round. But remember, whoever loses here is not out yet. We have a lower bracket light.
Oh yeah, that we do. Thankfully. So both these players are still going to be in this event, regardless of how the series turns out.
Yeah, welcome everyone to 2000 Atmospheres, map number 2 in 3's best of 3 series. And spawning here, the Blue Platos player, currently up 1-0 from Alpha X. This is Pacomike.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE, we have the Peruvian Zerg player. He is red, representing the CranKy Ducklings. It is Ryu. Alright, mate, here we are in game number 2, and what I also will say is that I have seen Ryu respond to Pacomike Skytos in a better way, but as you said, like, it was a really awkward way to get to his final army there in the end. And I also again, it's also one of those things where Romanticide, mate, you let that through the veto process, you know, like it's a best of 3. Each player's had 2 vetoes, and every single time Ryu lets Pacomike play on Romanticide, I'm not fond of it, mate, not gonna lie.
Look, Romanticide light is behind us. We are now in 2000 Atmospheres. This is another map. This is a new slate light. You can breathe free.
Exactly. We are here on 2000 Atmospheres, one of the more standard of the map pools. It isn't as large as Romanticide. It isn't as easy for a Protoss player to expand and get up to 4 bases. And yeah, what are your thoughts getting into game 2?
I don't know, man. I'm just waiting to see how many Stargates Pacomike open with.
That's the question, mate. That's the question. I mean, we're talking a lot about Pacomike Skytos and his Stargate openings. Like, this isn't something that he needs to do. I think the good thing about Pacomike is that every now and then in the best of series, he does throw in like Twilight Council openings. He's not known to do it, but he can do it.
Sure, he can do it. The question is, will he?
That is the question, mate.
Probably not. But we'll see, mate. We'll see. I think the ball in this game is in Ryu's court, not in Pacomike's, because mate, that is not a Stargate.
No, it is not. It's a robo opening.
Did Pacomike click the bottom button or something?
Oh god, maybe. I mean, this is what I was saying. Like, again, even though he's known for his Skytos, it's not something that he needs to do. He's still good at other styles of play, and going for an early robo like this, I have to imagine he wants to go into a war prism. He wants to be aggressive across the map with these gateway units.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see how it was for him. Meanwhile, 2 Zerglings coming in. There is no door again. Like, this is something that we see Pacomike blunder once and multiple times. He sees the robo. So Ryu is a robot. He should know that, okay, there's no target this time. I am free. Ooh, that's a fast robotics baby.
True. So Ryu, he saw a lot of things and he didn't see a lot of things, right? He saw the fast robo. He didn't see any additional gateways being thrown down. Is that a bit of a tell? Like the robotics bay, that's the most important part. We do have pneumatized carapace on the way, so Ryu will have overlord speed.
I do wonder what is the plan for Pacomike for that fast robotic bay. It's obviously a drop of something. But the question is he gonna drop Colossus or is he gonna drop Disruptors, mate?
I have to imagine it's going to be Disruptors just because Disruptors are better off all around, just because of how common roaches are in this matchup, right? Colossus, they're great against Lings, against Terran, right? Marines and stuff like that, so Colossus drops could be a little bit more common there. But we'll see, because it's Pacomike, man. He can do whatever he wants.
There we go, mate. War Prism speed on the way, and it is a Disruptor indeed.
Yeah, boy. But here we go. Overlord speed is done. Ryu is going to dive in, and he will see everything.
This is the robotic bay. This is the War Prism. Now he knows he needs to be ready for any potential drops that are going to happen in the next couple of minutes. Yeah, like as we have mentioned before, mate, Ryu scouting is on point. Like you cannot hide anything from Ryu.
Exactly. Now it's about his response, because it's not every day that you go up against this sort of thing. He should know that it is a War Prism drop with a Disruptor, just because, again, he sees the Robo Bay researching, and extended Thermal Lance at this stage of the game is just unrealistic. It's like that's just not gonna happen. That's crazy. Even Pacomike's not that crazy. So he should have a good idea, but even then, like, the splits have to be on point.
Yeah, we'll see, mate. We'll see. Please, Ryu, pay attention to all your mineral lines. I don't want to see suddenly losing 10 more drones in one shot. By the way, 10 more lands has begun.
Oh, there we go, mate. Again, Pacomike is crazy. He's actually crazy. Here we go. The Disruptors are going to be coming in here. We do have a Spore in position. Ooh, Pacomike thinks better of it.
Yes, nice thinking by Pacomike. He sees a Spore, he sees the Queen, he's like, nope, I'm not gonna risk it. This is too much valuable of a cargo. And yeah, he's going to try to find another avenue of entry.
And honestly, I love this follow-up, by the way, just because, like, a really good response to Disruptors are Lings, right? Because Lings, they close the distance, they get on top of the Disruptors very easily, and they make it hard for Disruptors to get off. Meanwhile, Colossus are also the counter to Lings, right? Like, it's a very nice way to manage your army, but here we go, Disruptors come out.
Take out one Queen, and then they leave. Nice one. This is the first blood by Pacomike.
There's some nice splits there by Ryu. Pacomike, he wanted to get both queens there, but Ryu was able to split up the queens. Knew only one would go down. Meanwhile, here comes the army from Pacomike, and Ryu, I don't know if he saw the army moving out. I don't think he had control of the watchtower. Did he?
He had control of the watchtower. There was one settling there.
Thank God.
So he should know, because he has 3 queens and a bunch of Zerlings and roaches on the way. And there we go, mate. It's only one Colossus, so the DPS is not as high. But we have the Disruptors, mate. Really need to be very careful. First Disruptor connects with the Queen.
Oh god, that it does. Meanwhile, again, Ryu, he's pumping out nothing but units right now. Pacomike, he has to be careful not to be pushed back too far. God, oh god.
No, got the Disruptor shot, destroys one Ravager and a couple of Zerlings. Nice force fields. The roaches have a hard time dealing with this.
Exactly.
Yeah, mate, second Colossus joined the fray.
That they do. Meanwhile, nicely done. One of the Disruptors did get picked off. There's only one remaining. Meanwhile, this Colossus, no, it's a little bit too exposed. Okay, it does back off, does survive.
But yeah, still, this is a really strong push by Pacomike, mate. And Pacomike is still on 2 bases, so this has to be it. Pacomike wants to close the deal right now.
Definitely, he has done probing up. He is 100% 2 base all in here. Having a hard time pushing through the miles, but again, he still has one Disruptor shot that's about to go off. Oh my god.
More units being warped. Pacomike has been doing a good job at dodging those vials. Has not lost very many units.
Oh, yo, it's go time. That was the last Disruptor shot. Now Ryu is pushing in.
Yeah, Ryu's pushing in. There's a lot of Stalkers. There's a lot of Colossus still alive here. The Disruptor shot cooldown is about to be over.
Oh my god, and the bombs are going to be connecting. The War Prism just barely escapes.
Yeah, War Prison managed to escape, mate, but this is still a lot of Roach Ravager, mate, and Ryo's not stopping with his macro.
That he is. He does back off 4 now. The creep is receding. The Colossus is still standing strong, dishing out so much DPS. Again, Ryu, he's just waiting for the next wave of Lings. Again, though, he has to be careful because that Disruptor, it's ready for another Purification Nova.
I Disruptor shot, the Queens are out, they're only Roach Ravager left, mate. And mate, these both players are not stopping. 74 army supply for Pacomike, 86 for Ryu. They are neck and neck.
Yeah, that they are. Again, now it's go time because the Purification Nova is on cooldown. Can Ryu get on top of that War Prism again? And it looks like he will. Oh god. Doesn't go for it.
He misses. He actually misses with the buyouts and the War Prisms. The War Prism survives.
Oh god, that it does. Now there's another shot ready for the Disruptor. Oh god, no!
Nice Disruptor shot. I cannot believe that Disruptor just went in and got a free shot up there. Ryu wasn't paying attention, but Ryu, here comes for the counter-attack. That's a lot of Roach coming on into Pacomike's army.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that Disruptor shot was a little bit too ambitious because after that happened, now it's go time for Ryu. He's looking to try and push on top of this army. The War Prism is exposed once again. Can we get the piles? Oh, just barely. It does on siege.
Save the Disruptor. The one Colossus still alive, mate. The Disruptor shot goes off. Ooh, that's a lot of Ravagers that were killed, mate, but still a lot of army here for Ryu, mate, and Pacomike is backing off.
That he is. The entire gateway army of Pacomike goes down. The Colossus is trying to be focused down. Oh my god, one of them does fall.
Yeah, man, I think Ryu has done it. I think Ryu has done more than enough damage here. Oh, nice. Only one Colossus remain and 3 Stalkers, mate. I don't think that's gonna be enough. With the next wave of units that Ryu should pump out, should be more than enough to deter Pacomike away.
Yeah, exactly. I think what's important is that Ryu does have eyes on the 3rd base as well, just in case Pacomike did attempt to transition. We know that Pacomike isn't. He's still committed, but again, like, the initial wave has already been defended. There's only one Colossus, there's only one Disruptor, and that isn't gonna be enough.
Oh, the Disruptor got saved, and yeah, mate, there we go. Last few units here for Pacomike, and I think we're going to see GG very soon, mate.
Yeah, exactly. This 2-base all-in, like, it was scouted, it was seen. Biles finally go down on the War Prism, finally take it out, and that is going to be the end of game number 2.
We have a series.
Man, we do have a series on our hands, and this is why Pacomike goes Stargate. Oh boy. But yeah, going for a 2-base all-in like that, it is really risky to try and pull it off against Ryu just because, again, because of his scouting, right? He saw it coming. He had Lings all over the map. As you were saying, you know, he had control of the watchtowers. He even dove in with his Overlord earlier, so he knew what was coming his way.
Yes, nice work by Ryu. As soon as he saw the army, he basically stopped all drum production, mate, and it was only Roach Ravager selling from now on.
And more importantly, like, he also had a really good creep spread outside his bases as well, so it was really difficult for Pacomike to push into that entrenched position. There was never like an amazing Disruptor shot. Each time he would get like a Queen, a Ravager, something of that nature. Ryu was always on top of that, ready for that. And yeah, it looks like we're going to be joined here by a couple of other casters. Letting them know what score we are in. We have... Oh. Beautiful. And it seems like Cham's series has ended. That was pretty fast.
Okay, let's see who won. Let me refresh the bracket.
To me, let's see who won. Oh god.
And it seems that Cham won 2-0.
Shocking, mate. Shocking.
I know, right? I know. But mate, you know what's shocking? Shakti and Terran is over as well.
Oh, really? No! What?
And Shakti won by walkover, mate.
No, Terran. Did he? Mate, there's something about these Latin American Terran. Did he pull a Chaos Fate? Is that what just happened?
I don't know, mate. No. Chaos Fate did play. Remember, he just lost very badly.
Yeah.
But I don't know, mate. I have no idea what happened to Terran. Maybe he forgot. Maybe something came out. Maybe I don't know, mate. I don't know. So anyhow, we'll discuss this later now, like, because now we have game number 3 in Jagannatha, Ellie and Spawny here, the Protoss player who tried to go for an all-in in the previous game. This is Pacomike.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the Peruvian Zerg player representing the CranKy Ducklings, tying up the series 1-1. Here we are in the ace match. It is Ryu. And once again, this is the time of the game, of the match, where I Funada Ryu, because if you notice what's happened, again, Romanticide and Jagannatha, he lets these maps through against Pacomike. He wants to play against Pacomike Skytoss.
Look, there's nothing wrong against challenging yourself, like.
It's true. It's true. Just have a plan, you know? Oh my god. Yeah, it's something that I joke around and then Funada Ryu with. It's something that he does every time. Like, Ryu and Pacomike, surprisingly, we haven't been able to talk about it yet, but they have played so many times in the Latin American weeklies.
Yes. Ooh, should I check out the
Yeah, you can check the head-to-head with the two players. I'm curious as to like just the sheer amount of times they've played each other this year alone. Like, it's gonna be in the double digits somewhere, right? Whether it's in Sentimiento Latino, whether it's in Copa Hyperion, even something like the regular Latin American events and Battle of the Americas. Like, yeah, these two quite often face in the semis, in the finals.
Okay, let's see. Pacomike, Ryu, wrong query. And there we go, mate. They have played, only this year, they have played 7 times.
Oh, okay.
Okay, 7 times again then, all in Copa Hyperion or Sentimiento Latinos.
Yeah.
And for 2021, of those 7 times, 5 times have been won by Pacomike.
Ooh, this is true. Recently, Ryu has had a bit of a harder time in the Latin American weeklies, but I do know that recently Ryu was able to come out on top, and obviously we see this has already gone to the ace match. We know that these two players go back and forth, but how far will this go? How far can either of these players go? As we do have a Stargate.
Those numbers light are for 2021, but they also have played all the way from 2018. And do you want to know what is the total between these two?
Tell me, mate. Tell me.
They're tied, mate.
Oh, really? 50-50?
Yes, 15 to 15.
Wow, I love that.
So yeah, so here, mate, they're not only playing for one spot for DreamHack Latin America, mate. They're playing to see who's coming ahead in the head-to-head.
There you go, mate. There you go. Who's it gonna be? I mean, so Ryu, he did scout the opening. He does know what is coming his way. It is going to be Void Rays. What response is he gonna have? Oh, he's actually looking to try and catch this adept. Oh.
It got caught, so it was one less adept, but no, mate, the settling, they push the adept a little to the left, and they managed to get in, and the adept dies.
Oh my god.
What was that, mate?
Yeah, not the biggest of deals, but some nice cheeky wins here. Pacomike, mate, hold position, your boys, come on.
I mean, I don't believe the adept like move on his own volition, mate. Like something weird happened there with the collision boxes and stuff, but
yeah, it is it is a little micro trick you knew with Lings. If you like move an attack move, you can actually like force your way through like things like Zealot and Adept, so you do have to be careful with your micro there.
Remember, like, it's not a bug, it's a feature.
It is. Oh,
but yeah, even so, like the Lings didn't do much. They didn't manage to get in. They didn't scout anything. And Pacomike opened with Stargate, but only one unit, only one void out of the Stargate, and he's going to follow it up with the Toilet Council in playing Stalkers.
I think this is a wise choice. In game number 1, I think we saw how even though Ryu he's really good at scouting, like in the early game, sometimes he can make some assumptions and have some incomplete information. If he sees a Void Ray first, he may overreact. And maybe not be ready for those +1 Blink Stalkers. Ryu, he needs to go in again.
He did, and his Overlord actually just passing, I think, inside the base of Pacomike to see everything. Meanwhile, Pacomike going for some harassment, and 3 drones killed by two adepts.
Yeah, nicely done, right? Only 4 those 2 adepts. Meanwhile, as you were saying, the Overlord didn't just pass through the base, it's still in the base. it's just chilling here, because why the hell not? He sees the gateways, he sees the gases, the Twilight Council, the +1. He should know 100% that it is +1 Blink Stalkers. Otherwise, we wouldn't have as much gases here. And I love this response. He's going for his Lings and his Rages.
Yes, exactly what you need against tall stalkers, mate. Trying to surround them, trying to do as much damage with the rush as you can. And again, Pacomike, I think, going for now a 3 base, but a really strong push and just trying to kill Ryu in one punch.
Yeah, that is what he's going to try and do here. And again, there's going to be a lot to work with. He's going to have plenty of plenty of sentries for those force fields, immortals, Blink Stalkers as well. This is kind of like Darkness-esque. He would go for a very similar opening as well in his ZvPs back in the day, PvZs even. We'll see how this works out here. I'm a little bit concerned. Ryu, he hasn't stopped droning up. Oh, he's got an infestation pit. Please.
It's okay, like, it's okay. It's Ryu. He'll manage to do it somehow.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yes, is Pacomike preparing to take a 4th?
It looks like he is. The probe is here, and he is banking up those minerals. There we go. He does have enough for that 4th if he wishes. Has plenty of minerals. And I believe the production, for the most part, has been scattered here from the Overseer. And again, I'm just hoping Ryu isn't too greedy. There we go. The 4th is taken.
And there we go. So this all-in is not going to be as all-in as I was expecting to, but it's going to try to still do as much damage as possible. Here comes the army of Pacomike. 2 Immortals, a bunch of Blink Stalkers, and make 6 sentries.
Yeah, I feel like this army is lacking a little bit, not going to lie. Like, we'll see how this goes here. Ryu going for a bit of a link run by. Ooh, gonna try and deny this 4th base.
Yes, nice move here by Pacomike. There's only 1 pylon, and they're going to focus directly onto the Nexus.
Oh god, exactly. It looks like they will get the Nexus. Where's the cancel? There it is.
Nice win there by Ryu, but meanwhile, he's facing Pacomike's army. But I'm not sure if Pacomike is gonna go. Yeah, I don't think he will. He's backing off, but Ryu's army is chasing. Nice for fields.
Oh, exactly. Nicely done there. I do think that the wise choice was to back off Pacomike. I don't think he had what he needed to really contend against Ryu's army, but Pacomike, he is working on that next step, right? +2. Charge is coming out. He also just finished up his 2nd robo.
Yeah, now double immortal production for Pacomike charge about to be done. Meanwhile, Ryu on the other side, Bailing speed has started, mate. So a lot of Bailing going to be made. And speaking of Bailing mates, here's 3 little Bailings just chilling, just paying a visit. Just paying a visit, and nice notice by Pacomike. Immediately warps and Stalker to block the access to the probes.
Exactly. He does deny that. Meanwhile, he has to be careful. This Warframe is ready to dive into the main base whenever he sees fit. Ooh, and Pacomike, man, he's getting everything. He's getting not just the Templar Archives, but the Dark Shrine as well.
Look, mate. You cannot discriminate, mate, between high and dark. Okay.
Pacomike doesn't.
This is an equal opportunity labor force, mate.
Oh god, I'm worried that he's just like taking up too much, right? Like, we have both these production buildings, we have another Stargate, a fleet beacon as well, and mate, everything is gonna get scattered.
I mean, to be honest, Ryu is also like taking heavily, but nice 4th field once again. All the army of Ryu got cut in half. A lot of Bailings were lost there. Yeah, here comes Ryu, mate. A lot of Bailings, Roach Ravager.
Yeah, exactly. He has to be careful. Again, there is a disruptor here. 2 disruptors.
Pacomike, be careful, you were attacking your own Nexus.
Yes, as he was retreating, the reason why he accidentally right-clicked on his own Nexus was Banelings actually rolled in, 13 probes went down.
Yes, finally some Banelings paying off for Ryu. 13 probes, now he is literally 13 probes down out of his opponent. And yeah, Ryu is about to be maxed out, mate, so I think he's gonna go very soon.
Exactly. Unless he is pulled back. We do have the War Prism here. This could distract Ryu by Pacomike a little bit more time. Again, like this army, we saw the Chargeless earlier. Like Chargeless would be so great with this army just to buffer a little bit, but it's looking a little bit vulnerable to some kind of links around. Here we go, War Prism's going in.
Yes, War Prism into the main base, the rest of the army going here for the fort. Yeah, this base might fall, the force fields. Oh no, made a lot of sentries killed there by those Banelings.
Oh my god, the splits were beautiful at the same time, and just like this, Ryu, oh god, he right-clicks on the rocks! Oh god! Ryu, please! Okay, there we go, he does pull away, and despite right-clicking on the rocks, he does still take down that Disruptor.
Yeah, meanwhile, mate, on the main base, a big drop of Celos, mate. 19 drones were killed at the moment, but on the other side, mate, Ryu is also doing his own counter-attack, mate. 32 probes went down.
Yeah, exactly. We had some Baneling drops here across the map, and there was also, I believe, some DTs harassing the top left. That's why we have the Overseers here. So there was like chaos all over the place, but in the end, Ryu, mate, he's unfazed. He may lose a base here, sure, but Pacomike is struggling.
Yes, his economy is suffering, mate. His army is not ready to fight this, mate. Nice joints. The two Colossus went down immediately, mate. And oh no, the Immortals as well, that way, mate. Ryu is doing an excellent job joining, bringing in the important units.
Mate, he's got plenty of energy. He just keeps yoinking, keeps abducting at the same time. War Prism tries to come in, but doesn't achieve anything here. And Pacomike's army is forced back. I say his army, mate, he's barely got anything left.
2 Immortals, 1 Colossus, a lot of Zerlings going in. Just died. But yeah, mate, 65 army supply for Pacomike, 112 for Ryu, mate, the double.
Meanwhile, here comes Ryu. He's looking for those Colossus, looking for those Immortals, whatever he can find to yoink, to abduct.
Yes, behind this, Pacomike has starting to go air protos, mate. 1 carrier is on the way. But I'm not sure if Ryu is gonna give him the time to have air units, mate.
Oh, exactly. I was gonna say that's pretty ambitious. Meanwhile, oh my god, does joink the Archon, but doesn't get it in the end. There was some nice feedbacks by those High Templar, buying him time. At the same time, ooh, Zealot warp in, does harass, does pull Ryu back.
Yeah, they immediately got destroyed, mate. But they do his purpose. The army of Ryu went back. Now Pacomike has a little more time to have extra army mates. The first carrier is out, the second is on the way. Only 1 target at a time. Only 1 carrier at a time, mates.
Yeah, he just he's struggling when it comes to the resources. He does have 2 Stargates. He can commit a little bit more to that. Meanwhile, he's just looking to harass. There we go, massive warping of Zealous and DTs.
Oh my god, mate, we have Broodlords on the way. I didn't even see the Greater Spire.
Broodlords are on the way. Meanwhile, ooh, these Zealots and DTs are going to be able to take down at least 1 base for free.
Yeah, there we go. The army is coming back, mate, but this is a lot of Zealots. They're just going to run and try to go for the next base.
Oh god, that they are. Eventually, Ryu will be able to chase this down. At the same time, there were some roaches going for a run by, but they also got cleaned up.
A lot of army supply that Ryu lost on the bottom right hand side, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
But now Pacomike sees the Broodlords.
He does see the Broodlords. Getting rid of those roaches, I think, was the correct thing here. He bought some supplies, so now we have Corruptors on the way. They will be here to deal with those carriers. But Ryu also gave Pacomike a lot of time, and now Pacomike, he has caught up in the supply, and he is taking his 5th base.
There we go, mate. Finally, 5th base for Pacomike, and he needs it because he's struggling. He was struggling economically for a little while.
Yeah.
A lot of pros went down earlier, and yeah, let's see what Pacomike does, mate. The carries are starting to pile up. We have High Templars now with Stormmate, and Ryu. What is Ryu trying to do? He has 12 Corruptors. Okay, so he has not been sitting idly.
Oh yeah, he's ready for the Sky Toss. He's more than ready. I'm worried that he maybe has too many Corruptors, but thankfully he does have the Broodlords to facilitate for his ground army. The Stalkers are coming in across the map, trying to do whatever they can. Maybe they can take a base. At the same time, here comes the Sky Toss army. Oof.
Oh my god, all of these roaches immediately storm and carried away me.
God, exactly. At the same time, the Stalkers, they killed one base. This other base on the left-hand side is under threat. Pacomike is looking to deny that one as well. And now he's really struggling to expand.
Yes, another base cancelled here by Pacomike. Ryu mate, he's back to 5 bases. He's trying now to get a 6 mate, but he's getting denied once again.
Yeah, this is actually killing Ryu here. I mean, this time he is able to finally have an army in position. The Stalkers are going to go down, but he desperately needs to get another base up and running.
Nice turns there by Pacomike, and the Stalkers are going to be forced to retire to go back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the reason why he's struggling to defend is because, again, like, a lot of his firepower here are the Broodlords, and they are so slow trying to respond. They just haven't been able to really be in position for either of these fights.
Yeah, now Pacomike, I think, is gonna try to consolidate his army on the right side. The Stalkers are here, the rest of the air army is coming. Pacomike is sacrificing his own units.
Oh yeah, refining his army. The Stalkers, they come back in to try and deny the base once again, but this time the Lynx are here to get us around.
Yes, the Stalkers eventually are going to get destroyed, mate, and finally Ryu is gonna be able to breathe a little and maintain this base for at least a few moments more.
Exactly. Again, he is double expanding. He is trying to get these up and running. Pacomike, he does have eyes on this. You know, it's on him whether or not he attempts to try and stop these bases, maxing out once again. And looking at what Ryu has here, like, I love the army, right? Broodlords, Corruptors, Ultras. Okay, there we go. And Vipers as well. I feel like he has what he needs, but, you know, can he have everything here at the same time? Can he fight Pacomike out on the map? Oh, God.
One nice joint on one Colossus, and it goes immediately down.
Ooh,
nice joints on the carriers, mate. One is down, the other is going to be chased away as well. Yeah,
exactly. It looks like it will just barely survive getting in range of those shield batteries. At the same time, we have a massive Ling Ultra run by, denying the newest base of Pacomike.
There we go. Not a cancel, a destroyed. So Pacomike loses one more base. He's back to 5 as only.
God. With that, Ryu, he backs off. Pacomike is getting ready to push out on the left-hand side on the map. Ryu doesn't really have eyes on this, but there we go. Finally, he does step onto creep. Ryu can respond.
There we go. They both assassin each other. Is Ryu going to be able to join a few more units? I think the answer is no. Pacomike just back off.
Exactly. Meanwhile, in come the Ultras fighting Archons here on the right-hand side of the map. A bit of a Legacy of the Void cinematic scenario. Oh.
Are you telling me like that when this Archon dies, he's going to take out with him one Ultalisk?
Okay, if only, mate. If only. God, that'd be awful.
Both players now max out, mate. They're just. I'm not sure what they are waiting for. Ryu is about to start hammering on the 4th base of Pacomike. There we go. The Broodlords start the siege.
You say that, but Pacomike was waiting for his mothership. -400, -400. Now he does have his maxed out 200 army. He knows that, like, he doesn't want to fight into this, so he avoids the army of Ryu and goes out across the map. Oh god, mate.
Ryu returns.
Yeah, mate, Pacomike is deep in creep. Like, I don't know if this is the best position for Pacomike, mate.
Look, mate. All the units of Ryu fly, mate. They don't care about the creep. Oh no, nice one. Nice feedback on the Vipers. 3 of the Vipers immediately without energy.
Exactly, and just like that, Ryu cannot engage the army without his Vipers. At the same time, though, that counterattack cleared out all of the workers here at the left-hand base of Pacomike.
Yeah, Pacomike just back to 55 workers against Ryu 79.
Yeah, exactly. I guess if Pacomike does establish this fresh base, it won't matter too much, but it's still not operational. It's still not up and running. God, oh god. He wants that mothership so bad.
All right, I know. The tense moments, mate. The tense moments. Oh, Pacomike doing trying to do a nice run by main, but that's a lot of selling, man. The Zealots do not want to engage. Oh, poor Zealots.
Oh, the Zealots and the Archons do get cleaned up. Meanwhile, we have a run by of DTs. Being sent out on the map. Meanwhile, Ryu, he's trying to hunt down, trying to find a stray carrier.
Nice counter-attack here by Ryu. He's gonna destroy the little workers that were left here for the base. He focuses on the Nexus, so the Nexus is probably going to go down. No, DTs stop tending his tracks, and mate, the DTs of Pacomike are wreaking havoc in Ryu's bases.
Exactly. That is what pulled Ryu back here with his Lings and his Ultras. He has to try and defend. Oh my god, loses one of the hatcheries. To be fair, this hatchery didn't matter too much. The infestation bit does, though. Again, you need those Vipers.
Oh my god, he's going after the Hive as well.
Oh, he's gonna get it as well. Oh god, the Hive does fall. And this is honestly... No infestation feed, no Hive, mate. We're not gonna. I hope Ryu save his Vipers because if he loses the mate, I just said that day that he loses one. Exactly. This is so important. This is such a big opportunity for Pacomike. Again, no more Vipers for Ryu. What he has on the map is all he has. And he has not even started a lair yet. Like, he's not ready to get back into it.
The DTs are still alive, mate. They wreak havoc on the main base of Ryu. They just destroyed the Baneling nest, so no Banelings as well.
Well, exactly.
It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while before Ryu has all his tech ready again.
At the same time, there was this massive Ling run by 11 probes did go down, so the economy of Pacomike is also being hindered. There we go. We do have the infestation pit on the way, so Ryu is still working on that. We'll eventually have access to his Vipers again.
Pacomike needs to engage and fast, mate, because currently he has the army superiority, but he doesn't have the tech superiority, mate. Meanwhile, Pacomike is the one struggling with the economy. So he can make a really nice trade here. He can maybe outlast Pacomike in the long run.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's going for more workers.
Exactly, the Brood Lords are finally here. Not just the Brood Lords, the Queens, the Corruptors, the Vipers. He only has 2 Vipers though. He has to make this count.
Where is the mothership, mate?
Oh god. That's a good question. I believe the mothership was joined earlier. Oh god, the feedbacks.
Feedbacks on the Overseers. I believe the Vipers are still on touch. One of the Vipers only got feedbacked.
Oh god, and in the end there, all the Queens did go down. At the same time, we do have the Ultras and the Lings going for a massive counterattack. Oh god. Oh, the Brood Lords. They're struggling to back off. The Colossus are falling, and now in come the Corruptors.
Yeah, Corruptors are coming, mate, but I'm not sure if that's gonna be enough. There's High Templar still with Storm, mate. The Bloodlust, the Vipers.
Oh god, he did get a parasitic bomb off though, and is that going to be enough here? The Corruptors are falling.
Everything is falling, mate. The Corruptors are falling, the Carriers are falling. I think Ryu is going to come up on top, but just barely, mate. Just barely.
And as all that was happening, the Ultras and the Lings, they were going unchecked.
And GG, mate. Ryu wins the series 2-1.
GG, well played. Oh god, Pacomike, he was struggling there towards the end. We didn't see when the mothership got yoinked, but that did happen as well. And Pacomike, he was really struggling to get another base up and running and defend his fringe bases.
But yeah. In the meantime, Light, can you give me a minute? There's a weird sound in my house and I need to check what it is.
Go for it, mate. Go for it. But yes, congratulations, Ryu there. He does take down Pacomike in round number 1. Again, honestly, it was very close. Very close between both players. Oh my god. could have definitely gone either way. There were moments where Ryu was struggling to defend. Remember, he lost the Hive, he lost the Infestation Pit. There was a moment there where, as Darking was saying, Pacomike had the tech advantage, but at the same time, Pacomike was also really struggling economically. He couldn't max out. For a while there, he was stuck at around 160, 170 supply. He couldn't get more bases up and running. He just couldn't deal with all those Ling, Baneling, Ultra run-bys. And I was a little bit worried. I was like, yo, typically you have the Ultras with your Corruptors, and the Ultras dive on top of those High Templars, and that's how you deal with the Storms. But instead, he kind of approached that scenario in a different way. And sure, the Storms were connecting with the Corruptors, but he had enough Corruptors anyway. He was able to avoid enough of the Storms. In the end, he was able to win both fights, the fight in the air and the fight on the ground across the map.